Hey, what's up you guys? It's Simon. Welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, obviously, as you can tell by the title, we are doing a Q&A because I just wanted to do something really chill today. And also because I have not been, posting as often as usual. Obviously, you guys know I've been on hiatus for about a month and a half. I've also been pretty MIA on Instagram as well. I don't post as often as I used to because I've been trying to only post... Hello, airplane? I've been trying to only post when I have, something that I'm genuinely proud of or that I've been working on, and I'm too excited not to share before it's finished, rather than trying to force myself to post every day. I will talk about that a little bit later because there is a question regarding that. And one thing I also want to mention before we get into kind of answering your guys' questions is I do have the window open, as you guys might be able to tell. It's raining, it's really nice out, it's really windy, so if you hear any loud noises like lightning or thunder or airplanes, I do apologize, but it's just really nice out and I know it's gonna help put me in a chill mood, and maybe if the rain comes through, hopefully it will put you guys in a chill mood as well. So getting into the first question that I just wanted to address, because I have had a couple of people mention it, not necessarily in a question for this Q&A video specifically, but just in general, and that is, am I doing Inktober this year? And the answer is no, for a couple of different reasons. One of them being, the controversy surrounding Jake Parker and the whole Inktober thing last year, but also just because Inktober as a whole is very time consuming. I tend to notice that when I do like Inktober videos like consistently, that they don't tend to do as well as, when I do like the normal weekly uploads, because I think people do get tired of seeing Inktober as it goes through. I do know some of you really enjoyed my Inktober videos, which is why on my Instagram I do intend to do a Drawtober that I think I'm going to be posting on Fridays. Like every Friday I am going to do at least one illustration for that. It might be Wednesdays, I haven't totally decided yet, but yeah, I do intend to do Drawtober. So if you want to see, some traditional illustrations or even like regular drawings, because again, it's not necessarily Inktober, that is going to be on my Instagram. I have not picked any prompt lists yet, so I can't share that with you guys because I don't know. If I do end up picking a prompt list before this video goes up, which hopefully I will, because I believe this is going up like October 2nd. So we're going to be in October by then. If I do pick one, I will post it up on the community page if you guys want to work alongside me and do something fun like that. But yeah, long story short, I am not doing Inktober this year. It's way too time consuming, and it hasn't really been as fun lately, so I thought I would do something a little bit simpler that I might enjoy more and won't be as overwhelming. So now getting into the actual question. So I asked you guys to send me questions both on Instagram and on YouTube, so I'm gonna go through the ones that I got on YouTube first. The first question I have, and I also want to mention, I might not get to all of these today because I don't want there to be like a 50-minute video. I know some of you enjoy them, but the way that my uploads have been going lately as far as exporting them have not been good, so we might get a longer video here in the future, but probably not today. Anyways, so the first question that I have is, what is your most common used color in drawings and paintings? So I really liked this question. I've never had anybody ask this before. In fact, I didn't even really know what that color was, so I'm kind of like scrolling through my Instagram as I'm looking, and honestly, strangely enough, I think it's probably blue. Hello airplane, which is interesting because blue is definitely not one of my like most favorite colors. Like if somebody was like, hey, what's your favorite color? My response would not be blue. But I have so many like blue or blue aligning kind of illustrations. I would say the top 4 that I probably use that make up the bulk of my Instagram feed are pink, blue, purple, and like this minty tea teal green, but it looks honestly like blue is the most prominent color, which is really, really interesting to me. The next question I have is, what inspired your art style / how did you develop it? So a lot of things kind of inspired my art style. I would say the biggest inspiration that I had going back to like literally like middle school, early years of high school was Loish. I actually did like a bullet point like project on Loish in one of my art classes, just talking about how much I loved her artwork and stuff like that. So Loish is definitely a big one, and then I've recently been inspired by some artists like Alicia Nye, and Sam, oh my gosh, what's his last name? It's like Sam Does Arts on Instagram. People like that, very stylized, like character artworks, big lashes, stuff like that. As for how I developed it, I always say this when people ask me kind of like how did I find my art style, and that is I just took the time to kind of practice, imitating other artists' styles, like that style challenge that's like you draw one character in a bunch of different like styles of like anime or TV shows, things like that. Those are very, very helpful actually, to help you develop your own style, because you can kind of practice how other artists do it, and then that kind of, one, gives you muscle memory, and two, kind of trains your brain to see stylized elements and think like what exactly it is that you like about this particular part. Like I know when I was looking at Alicia Nye's art, I was like, I love the way that she does eyelashes. If I look at like Blue Satan, I'm like, I love the way that they render. If I look at like Sam's art, I'm like, wow, I love the way he draws eyes or how he does lighting, things like that. So kind of trying to figure out what it is about each artist's style that you enjoy, and then trying to pull all of those pieces together and make it into your own unique thing. So yeah, I guess that is how I developed it. The next question I have is, what's your favorite color? So my favorite color, like I mentioned earlier, if someone were to ask me this, the answer is not blue. My favorite color, if you haven't guessed by the icon and the channel art and everything, my favorite color is yellow. Although, shockingly, green is starting to slowly creep in there. Like sage green specifically, really nice, like kind of like dull, just like woodsy green, if that makes sense, has been starting to get up in there. Burnt orange as well. It's also fall, so that's probably part of the orange. But yeah, green's been creeping in there. I've been painting a lot of my furniture in my room this sage green color, and I really like it. I think it's really pretty. I also saw a car the other day when I was driving that was sage green, and my husband pointed it out, and I was like, I want that car. So yeah, I think green or yellow right now are some of my favorite colors. The next question is, if you could have any hair color or hairstyle, what would you choose? So right now I have a haircut that is very interesting. The last time you guys saw me, my hair was kind of short. It's very short now. I chopped all of it off. The sides are buzzed. I got kind of like an undercut situation going on. You guys know I've been talking about Preacher recently. If you've seen Jesse Custer, that's my hair. It's currently black, but I have been looking very closely at people with pink colored hair. I did have pink hair previously though, and it washed out like almost immediately. It was very high maintenance for me, and I also don't want to bleach my hair again for quite some time, because I just fried my hair. It's very healthy now, because I chopped off all the parts that were destroyed, but yeah, I don't think I want to bleach my hair for a while. But if I could have any hair color, it would probably be like pink or blue. I miss my blue hair, obviously. That's why it's still my icon. I refuse to change it, because I really do genuinely, I loved my blue hair. Blue's one of the favorite colors that I ever did, which I know, it's so weird. Like, blue, not my favorite color. Love my blue hair, use it a lot in illustrations, but it's not my favorite color. I don't understand. Anyways, so yeah, it would probably be something like that, something very unnatural. I was trying to go for like a bright orange for Halloween when I destroyed my hair. I've also had my favorite hair color that I ever had ever. My hair was pretty long, I think it was like down to my shoulders, and I had gone in trying to get like a sort of ashy pink toned lavender, and my hair, the way that it was bleached, it only took the purple on the bottom half of my hair, but the pink that we'd mixed into it took on the top half of my hair. So it was like a gradient from pink to purple, and oh my god, I was obsessed with it. It looked so cute. The hairstylist kept apologizing, and I was like, don't apologize. I like this better than what I asked for. Like, you did good. It's okay. I really liked that color. So I might do that again sometime in the far future, but not right now. I'm sticking with my my preacher haircut for a while. I've been buzzing it like every other Monday. Really enjoying the short hair right now. So the next question is, let's see, are you planning to do YouTube long term? So yes, I do hopefully intend to do YouTube long term. That's the goal, obviously. I have been thinking about maybe like becoming like a barista or something, but I just love YouTube so much, like that the barista end is more on the back burner. Like maybe that's something I might do, but I'm really hoping to just like kick off this YouTube thing because I love making videos. I obviously love interacting with you guys and getting to answer your guys' questions and work on my art and stuff like that. So yeah, I definitely do intend to do YouTube long term. I don't have any plans to like quit doing YouTube or anything like that. As of right now, I'm mostly planning on sticking with YouTube, definitely. So the next question, how many times am I going to say that? Probably a lot. I hope you're ready to hear it quite a few times. I'm sure you already have. But yeah, the next one is favorite art challenge you've ever done. So this is a hard one because there's so many art challenges that I love to do. But I honestly think I think it's a tie between maybe any of the like character design challenges that are on TikTok that are like, oh, if you have a car, give yourself dragon wings, because again, like dragon wings, it encourages me to draw things that I wouldn't necessarily draw on a daily basis, and it also just really gets me thinking about like character design and what aspects can make a character look interesting and unique and things like that. So I think they're definitely helpful in regards to things like art block, like if you genuinely can't think of a single thing to draw, it's kind of as if it's sitting you down and saying, hey, this is exactly what you're gonna draw this, but then you get to draw it in like your own unique way, and yours will look different from everybody else's, and it'll just help kind of get your mind going. So that's definitely one of my favorite art challenges. Another one though, I would have to say, obviously I just did one recently, you guys saw on the channel, that was kind of like a different version of like the draw this in your style, draw this again challenge, because I think one of the biggest things about art block are we kind of get stuck and we start kind of telling ourselves like, oh, my art sucks, I'm no good, I'm a terrible artist, blah, 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 you know, all that bad stuff. But doing the Draw This Again challenge, you know, it's taking your old artwork that you created, maybe something you even used to be really proud of, and then drawing it again so that you can really see like how much you've improved as an artist, how much your style has changed, how much better you've gotten, and then by the end of the challenge you can kind of look at it and go, hey, I don't suck. My art doesn't suck. I'm just kind of stuck right now in, you know, my head, or, you know, I don't have any ideas. So my art isn't bad. I just need to get back into the swing of things, you know? And sometimes drawing it in general helps me get back into the swing of things. So definitely, I think if you're struggling in regards to that, kind of feeling like your art is no good, I would definitely recommend doing one of those challenges, because it really does help kind of perk yourself back up a bit. So the next question I have is, how are you? Also, favorite hairstyle to draw, and for you personally. So my favorite hairstyle for me personally is definitely this one that I currently have, because I am actually maintaining it. anytime I've had like a previous really short hairstyle, I immediately wanted to grow it out because I didn't like it, including the last one that I got before I got this one, obviously. I always like it when I first get it, and then like 3 days later I'm like, oh my god, I hate my hair, I can't wait for it to get long again. But I've actually been buzzing my hair every other Monday for the past like 2 months, 3 months, I think. It's been a while, and I've been really enjoying the little Jessie Custer cut. I've been really liking that lately, so I think that's definitely my favorite hair color for me personally, or hairstyle for me personally. As for the how are you, I'm good, thanks for asking. Favorite hairstyle to draw, I think, is definitely just really long hair, because I love rendering hair. It's one of my favorite things that I get to do. I think, yeah, again, that's why I like to do long hair, because there's more of it, which means more to render, so it's really, really fun to do that. I also like to do kind of like bangs, because I don't know how to draw parts in hair. I know how to draw it like a little bit now, but just hairlines and stuff like that are very difficult. Hair pulled back into like a ponytail, very hard, so I'd like to have some kind of like bangs or like parts of the hair that like frame the face, if that makes sense, or cover the forehead, things like that, because one, more hair to render, and two, don't have to worry about foreheads or hairlines. So yeah, that is definitely I think my favorite hairstyle to draw. It doesn't really matter like if it's like straight or curly, as long as it's really long, I really like drawing it. So now moving on over to Instagram, someone asks, how have you been, homie? Yes, I have been very good. Thank you for asking. The next thing is favorite thing to draw, and no shock to y'all, pretty girls. I love to draw pretty ladies. I just think they're really fun because I get to draw the big eyelashes, I get to play around with makeup, and I get to play around with makeup for guy characters too, obviously. But yeah, I think drawing girls is kind of like my comfort zone, as it is for a lot of other artists. I'm sure a lot of us started out drawing girls. That is something, I think someone did ask, like, what are some things that I want to improve on is in regards to my art, and I think definitely something that I want to improve on, oh my goodness, is kind of branching outside of that comfort zone, definitely getting to draw some things that I wouldn't normally draw, drawing more guys, drawing more full bodies. I know I always say draw full bodies, I know, I'm sorry, I will eventually. Hello, sir. But yeah, drawing full bodies, definitely something I want to improve on. Drawing clothes, drawing guys, just drawing things that I don't always draw, I think would be really nice. But I do fall back on my comfort zone a lot, especially if it's for something that I know I need to bust out quickly, or that I'm on kind of like a time crunch. I know, and also I just like to play around with them a little bit more. Like I find myself like having an easier time, picking out like fashion and things, or like makeup or hairstyles and stuff for more feminine characters. So yeah, I think definitely girls are my favorite thing to draw, but I do want to branch out and try to draw more interesting things. Well, not that girls aren't interesting, but interesting in regards to not having my entire Instagram feed be cute girls, even though there's nothing wrong with drawing cute. This is so hard. I like drawing girls. I know I need to draw other things, but also it's not bad to only draw the one thing, but also if you want to improve on other things, yes, it is bad. This is a circle that I'm going on. Anyways, the next question is favorite piece you've done in the last year. So I'm gonna say two things, because one, I'm not necessarily sure if this counts, and you guys also haven't seen it yet, so this is a sneaky peeky, but it's actually for last month's September Patreon. I did the candy theme, and I made these two stickers that were like these like cotton candy cowgirls as in they're girls who are cows, not as in like cowgirls. Is that an occupation? I don't know. The fashion I don't know. They are girls who are cows. They're very cute. I really like how they turned out, expression wise and everything like that. I just think they look really, really adorable. I've been getting a lot of compliments on them because I did post them on like my personal Facebook page. to just like show kind of like friends and family what I'm working on at the moment. And yeah, they did enjoy that. I've got a lot of people excited about them because they are going to be up on Etsy on Halloween, where it's spooky scary, and I just think they're really cute. However, they are stickers, they're just a bust, they don't have a background, so I don't think they count really necessarily as like a full-on illustrative piece, if that makes sense. So if we're talking like full pieces and full character design, like at least almost partially full body, because again I'm really bad with full bodies, and like backgrounds, I think it would probably be the Azure Bluette like Minecraft flower human person that I did, because I just put so much effort into it, as far as like the wings go and the outfit design and the little Minecraft bees that I drew. I thought they were really cute. I'm just really happy with how everything turned out in that illustration, and again I did work really hard on it, and it does have a background, so I think that counts a little bit more as a piece. So I think it would be one of the two of those. So the next question, I'm gonna try not to go on a tangent because I had to re-record this part because I did go on a very long tangent, but it is least favorite part of Instagram. So my least favorite part of Instagram is the algorithm, because I'm going to try to keep this short. The algorithm does encourage you to post every single day, and I think that is really detrimental to artists like myself, who maybe take a little bit more time to render their pieces, or just don't want to get burnout or art block. But the Instagram algorithm is really not kind to people who don't post every day. They do significantly shorten your reach. Like, I just got a notification, I think yesterday, I posted, and it was like, this post is doing 95% better than most of your recent posts. You should promote it. And it had 57 likes when I posted it, and I was like, wow. Because normally I'm used to getting around 100 to 200, but when I was posting every single day, I was getting 200 to 300, which is still like not like a super big amount for like an artist on Instagram. But like, again, I did notice, like, compared to when I was posting every single day, a huge hit to my reach as far as, getting to my followers goes. And it's not all about likes, it's not all about followers and things like that, but when you're trying to make art your career and also just get around in the art community, make friends, interact with other artists and things like that, if you're not reaching anybody, you're not gonna get that, you're not gonna get that sense of community. You're not going to get people telling you how you can improve your art. You're just going to get like 15 comments on your post telling you to DM it at some spam account. Thanks, Instagram. Not really enjoying the algorithm aspect of it. And again, just the posting daily is really detrimental to artists. I know that when I was posting daily, I was really putting quantity over quality, so I was just sketching really ugly like sketches that I didn't work hard on. They were like 30-second drawings sometimes, because I knew that like I had to post something and I hadn't drawn it all that day, so I had to make something very last minute and post that. Even if I didn't necessarily like the illustration and I didn't think that it looked very good, I needed something to post. And also, it really sucks when you draw something like that and you post it and it does better than the stuff that you worked hours on and worked really hard on and were really proud of. So yeah, I think it was very detrimental posting daily to both my mental health and just like my artistic growth in general, because when you're posting daily, you don't have as much time to kind of like try to study and work hard on, things that you're struggling with in regards to your style, like if you're working on stylizing animals or drawing hands, things like that. Posting every day gives you less and less time to study because you're just forcing yourself to bust out content that you didn't try on. And sometimes, obviously, I did get to post like, fully rendered, detailed stuff that I worked really hard on, but I didn't have as much time to study as I would have liked to. And especially, that's me working full-time on my art and my channel and things like that. I could not imagine posting daily to Instagram and being someone like with a job and in school and trying to juggle daily posting to Instagram as well. Obviously, if you are a bigger influencer or creator on Instagram, posting daily doesn't necessarily apply to you as much. But if you are a smaller creator, you do really kind of have to post daily if you want Instagram to, kind of care about your account more. But I have since stopped doing that because I think my mental health and my improvement as an artist matters more than the amount of followers that I can get by posting daily and posting junk, essentially, that I hate. I'd rather be proud of my feed and the things that I post, and reach the few people who end up seeing it than trying to post every day and kind of like just stressing myself out. So I did kind of still go on a little bit of a tangent, but I think that is definitely my least favorite thing about Instagram. I hope they fix that soon. The next question I have is favorite brush. So I don't know if this is in regards to like painting or if this is in regards to Procreate. You guys know in Procreate my favorite brush is that thick pencil. I'm so sorry it's not on Gumroad anymore. I did DM the creator on Twitter, and I asked her, I was like, hey, I noticed it's not on Gumroad anymore. Is it available anywhere else? Like, do you have it like up on some other like social media, like a website or anything like that? And they did say that they don't currently have it up anywhere. They're currently working on rebranding and hope to post the brush back when they've done kind of their rebranding and all that. If I do notice that it's back up on any form of social media, whether that be Gumroad or their own website or something like that, I will post it on there because I am obsessed with this brush. I love it very much. My second favorite brush is probably Thin Render Solid. I got that also on Gumroad. It is from the Jinx Sketch one of the packs. It was like $14 or $15, and it came with a ton of other brushes. I only like the Thin Render Solid. Not that the other brushes are bad, but just that for my personal painting style, I prefer this brush. I use it for almost everything. I like it a lot. It also comes with like some color palettes and tutorials, so if you are a beginner artist, I do think that it is worth buying the pack because again, there's quite a few brushes in there. That's just what I personally prefer. Thick pencil was free, by the way. It was kind of like a pay what you want kind of thing. I got it for free because I'm broke. But I definitely, if you can afford to send the creator some love when it goes back up, if it does, I would encourage you to do so. I probably will anyway because I genuinely enjoyed this brush and I use it for everything. As for like painting physical brushes, I don't know. I got the oh my gosh, what is their name? I'm totally blanking. They do lots of gouache art. Oh my gosh. I just did a review of it. I just did it. Like, well, a review, like a first impressions. It's in that video. I love those brushes. The handles are very soft. I think they're like the Velvet Touch, maybe. I don't know. I'm not a painter, but I really like those brushes. The bristles are really nice and soft and they keep their shape really well. And then I just love the barrel. It's very soft. It's smooth. It's nice. I like those brushes. So yeah, I guess those are my favorite brushes. And the final question I have are, what are some of your faves right now? Examples, songs, books, food, shows, color, etc. So my favorite song right now is something by Taylor Swift. Oh my gosh, what is it called? It's like one of her newer songs. I cannot remember because I heard it in passing. I was at my Nana's house and she was playing like this really sad country music station and I was like, oh, okay. And then Taylor came on and I was like, oh, finally, I know who this person is because I don't really listen to Taylor Swift or I don't really listen to country music, but I do know Taylor Swift. So let me see if I can find it. I texted my husband about it. I was like, this is a good song. This is going to take a couple of seconds. Taylor Swift. Oh, come on. Yeah, it's not gonna come up. It's one of the new Taylor Swift songs. I figured it out. It's Ivy by Taylor Swift. That took way too long, but that is currently my favorite song. I only heard it the one time, but it struck a chord with me. It's stuck in my mind. I've also been really jamming to some like 80s music lately because I just started driving. I know. I'm 22 years old. I just got my license like a couple of days ago. I'm not kidding. But so yeah, I've been listening to lots of like 80s bangers when I drive, and it's kind of good. It's kind of a vibe. I like it. But as far as like favorite just regular song, I think it is Ivy by Taylor Swift. My favorite book, I don't know. I have not. So I was one of those kids in high school where I read so much. I literally would devour books. Ever since I graduated, I have like not picked up a book. I have tried to like maybe start reading so many books. Like I have Simon versus the Homo sapien agenda. I have Paper Towns. I'm sorry. It's Paper Towns. John Green. I know. But I saw that there was a movie coming out, and I was like, there's a movie coming out. I genuinely enjoyed The Fault in Our Stars. I'm sorry. I genuinely enjoyed it. So I was like, if another movie from a John Green book is coming out, I should try to read it. I did not read it. I tried to read Good Omens. I still want to read Good Omens. I did not get a lot of the way through it. I got maybe 10 pages in and was like, wow, this is so good, and then didn't keep reading it. The only book that I actually genuinely completely finished is the first I just peeked the mic. I'm sorry. I'm like actually laughing because this is so embarrassing. It was like a couple of years ago, like 3 years ago. The only book that I've read fully all the way through since high school is the first Harry Potter book. I'm so sorry. Like I literally, you guys heard this story before on my channel, probably maybe, where I told this story about how my mom got me Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone from a garage sale when I was like 11 years old, maybe. Peak timing, right? Well, I looked at this book, I read it, or I didn't read it. I looked at the cover and was like, wow, this is ugly, and then never read it. And then I kept it for years. And then I like was doing a clean out of my room one day and was like, I can get rid of this. I still didn't know anything about Harry Potter. I didn't really care. I'd never really seen the movies. I tossed it out. Literally the next year, I decided to just sit down and binge all of the Harry Potter movies because we had them on DVD. I think they were like super cheap, and that's why my mom bought them, but I'd never seen them all the way through. I wasn't a big Harry Potter stan. I'd never even read the books. So I had I threw it out. Oh my god. I threw it out, and then the next year I binged all the movies and was like, wow, Harry Potter is good actually. I love Harry Potter. And so I found it on like a book scanning website, and I read the whole freaking first book on my phone. But that's the only book that I finished. So yeah, I do not have a favorite book at the moment currently. That is the only book that I have finished in the last like 7 years since I graduated high school. Has it been 7 years? No, it hasn't. It's been like 3. I can't do math. I don't know. Did I even graduate? This is ridiculous. Anyways, so my favorite show, you guys can probably guess. It's Preacher right now. Very big on Preacher. I have started watching Only Murders in the Building. I'm on episode 2. I'm very, very bad at starting shows and finishing them unless I watch them with my husband, which is why I finished Preacher. I love Preacher so much. I'm probably gonna rewatch it like again, maybe. I really like it. I put it on for my dog sometimes because he's blind and he gets really upset when nobody's in the room with him, but I can't always be in the room with him because he doesn't like my room. He like paces around and then leaves, and he gets like nervous when he's not with somebody. So I'll put Preacher on and he'll just shut up and like get in his bed and go to sleep and watch Preacher, and I love it. It's adorable. So yeah, I think definitely favorite show is Preacher. Favorite food is questionable. Maybe burritos. maybe. Cheese in general. I love cheese. I'm starting to become lactose intolerant, I think, and that's making me cry because I'm obsessed with cheese. I eat it by the handful. I probably shouldn't. Even if I'm not lactose intolerant, probably shouldn't do that. Probably will not stop doing that though. And then the last one, obviously, like I said, favorite color is probably yellow or green. So yeah, that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope it wasn't too rambly or anything like that. I hope it was at least semi-interesting to sit and listen to. If you guys were working on anything in the background, maybe let me know. I hope you guys like the illustration that I was working on in the background. I wanted to draw something kind of spooky because it is October, so I drew myself a little vampire with peonies, obviously, because did I delete the part where I said that? I can't remember. I might have talked about peonies and said that I think that they make drawings look really cool. I hope I did. I might have deleted that part of the voiceover. But yeah, I just wanted to draw a little vampire with some tats, and yeah, I think it was really fun. I like how it turned out. So yeah, anyways, like I said, if you guys were working on anything, let me know in the comments. Maybe share it with me on Instagram or on my email. You know, all that stuff is always linked down below in the description alongside all my other social media. Spinking? What is spinking? Speaking of something that is also linked down there, my Patreon. You can find a ton of cool stuff, like those stickers that I mentioned earlier will be available not anymore in regards to Patreon. They will be up on Etsy later this Halloween, but if you are interested in October's stickers and print designs and other things like that, some like physical rewards, you can go and check out the Patreon. There's also some non-physical rewards like shoutouts alongside awesome people like Elise Thompson, Duran, Mandy, Sleeps, Kruhi, and Created by Twins. You guys are the best. Thank you so much for continuing to support me every single month. I also have really cool stuff on there like digital downloads and Patreon exclusive line arts, because I don't know if I mentioned this. A lot of the rewards that are on Patreon will go up on Etsy at the end of the following month. So for example, the October rewards will not be up on Etsy until the end of November, but some things like the shoutouts and like the line art are Patreon exclusive. I also have stuff like discount codes for the Etsy shop and my commissions. So if that's something that's interesting to you, like I said, Patreon linked down below in the description. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.